While the governor and the Republican-controlled legislature has tackled abortion, critical race theory, and school books, while many of the people they represent, they're worrying about paying their bills.
WPTV's Cameron Eppinger spoke with everyday Floridians to find out what they would prefer to see addressed in Tallahassee.
I keep coming short, man, and it's demoralizing, though. It hurts.
Jacob Mack is a father of two, and he's employed with a steady job. But what he doesn't have is a place to call home.
I'm working 40 hours a week, making $12 an hour. I'm talking to real estate agents. They're telling me I need to make $3,500 a month to even talk to them.
After speaking with a number of Floridians from all walks of life here in downtown West Palm Beach,
the focus needs to be on jobs. It needs to be on, if rents are not going to come down, we need to raise wages.
Affordable housing and a living wage is the common thread that connects them all.
I think the government they don't seem to care. They're not part of the everyday community, and I don't think they understand what's important to local people.
It's very difficult to find a place that you can afford, especially if you're working at the minimum wage that we have these days. Minimum wage isn't going to be able to afford you a 2-bedroom home in West Palm Beach.
There needs to be something done to help people who can, with more affordable housing, especially the disabled vets that live up and down the street.
In West Palm Beach, lack of affordable everything is real. Census data shows a median household income at $54,600 is lower than the rest of Florida, while an individual's income at $34,000 is slightly higher, though still not enough in a world of rising rents and $4 a gallon gas. According to researchers, the housing crisis and a livable wage isn't just hurting folks here in Palm Beach County. Researchers say it's happening statewide.
It's affecting Democrats and Republicans, male, female, race, across everything. It doesn't skew either way.
Andre Hopkins is the assistant director for the Public Opinion Research Lab at UNF. Their most recent poll conducted in February found the most important problem facing Floridians is the economy, jobs, and unemployment. Not Disney and gay and transgender rights, not book banning, and not limiting language in classrooms. As the saying goes in politics, it's the economy, stupid.
These are issues that our governor is going to have to address. And these are things, that are on people's minds, and politicians are going to have to listen to them.
But despite the challenges and a lack of attention by Tallahassee to their needs, some say they're still hopeful and will continue to call Florida home.
Oh, no, yeah, I'm not giving up. I'm not leaving. This home. It's my home.
Being close to family is really what at least keeps me going. So with having so many extended family members in the South Florida area, I don't think I'd ever be able to leave.
That hope may explain an odd statistic. Despite the diversion of pocketbook issues from cultural wars, 60% of Floridians approve of Governor DeSantis, according to a UNF poll. In West Palm Beach, Cameron Eppinger, WPTV News Channel 5.